Hey guys, what's up? It's been a while since I've made a YouTube video, so I figured, why not today? This video is actually a bit more oriented towards indie artists doing their own publicity, and just wanted to pass on some wisdom about what's the best way to submit to blogs. Of course, not everyone's the same. There's a lot of differences and variances going on between outlets and stuff, but what works best for me, I feel like, is somewhat pretty universal. So first thing is how you're submitting, because that's also very important. I'm able to do emails. There's also some databases like SubmitHub, Groover, SharePro. But one thing I think that's pretty universal, doesn't matter who you're applying to, Pigeons and Planes, Consequence, all this stuff, don't DM people, okay? DMing, it doesn't work, okay? Sure, I'm gonna notice it because it's something I'm gonna probably delete, but DMing to submit your tunes is useless because no one's really going through that stuff on their phones or while they're on Instagram and stuff like that. And on bigger spots, it's not even the editors that are looking at that. So it's basically useless, and it actually kind of makes you look somewhat unprofessional. One of my biggest pet peeves is when an artist or anybody who's trying to get follows will just go through my last 15 posts, all of them, maybe not even follow me, and it's just, I don't know, it feels pointless. The best way to do this, email directly, get someone's name. Most of the editors' names are on their about pages or contact pages. Mine's up there. I'm really the only one writing, so my name is pretty obvious, I think. And just, make it personal when you email them, or even on SubmitHub or something. Make it stand out a bit instead of just being a generic application. Next is the big thing, the submission itself. Tell me who you are. I can't stress this enough. I get a ton of emails or submissions where artists are literally just, it's a subject and a link, and I don't know what they want me to do with that. What is this? When did it come out? Who are you, firstly? Hello, have a nice day. Good morning to you too. Most of the time, that stuff gets ended up thrown out immediately because it's like receiving a flyer in your mailbox. I don't care. Just even a short bio gives me an idea of who you are. If you're able to do a longer bio, that's great. Not always necessary. More importantly for me personally is insight on the track. I want to know what this song's about. I want to know why it's important to you, why you wrote it, what inspired you, things like that. That type of information readers really enjoy. That's the reason why people read blogs still, because it's a dying breed. I understand that. But for the people that are around, they want to know what this song is really about. Because you can listen to it on Spotify, anyone can do that, but to really know what's going on, that's why people like blogs. And extra details like who you worked with, maybe some press quotes, that stuff kind of bulks it up, makes you sound more reputable if you can. It's not always necessary personally, but I know some places like to boast about that sort of stuff, like, oh, my track was mixed by the guy who's worked with all these bands, or mastered by this guy. Doesn't really change my perspective. Third is your music. How are you submitting the music? Fortunately, with those databases like SubmitHub and stuff like that, the songs are very accessible. They're right there, and they're in a chain with all these other ones, right? But if you're emailing, this is mostly for emails. If you're emailing me your music, give me a link. I don't want to have to download this into my computer and then all these extra steps. Even Google Drives are pushing it a little bit. I understand if it's pre-release, there's some leeway there as long as it opens up automatically, but you're one of 200 submissions right now before you've even heard it. Don't make me dig for this stuff, okay? Just a direct link to a SoundCloud page, a YouTube link, that is gold, okay? Downloads? Nah. And lastly is all the press assets. So if you want to be considered for a larger feature, this is how it works for me. I need at least a press photo, preferably. I can work with artwork. Press photos are very useful if you want to be considered more reputable. Put your socials in there. How can I tag you after this is done? I want people to be able to see directly who you are. I want a link because it's helpful for both of us. If I can tag you on Twitter or Instagram, you can instantly share it. It's so much more better than me having an email and wait for you to see it, all that stuff. Just put your socials in. Those are very handy. And if you want to do a one sheet, I know some places like that just to see who you are. It's almost like a resume of sorts. It kind of helps depending on what's going on. Honestly, you'd be surprised at how many people don't do the homework, don't put those extra steps in, and it can cost you, really. You can have a great song, and if you're not doing just the simplest of things, just to make it easier for people or make it accessible or interesting, how are you going to stand out? This is more for people who have DM'd me links or just send me a URL. Anyways, hopefully this was helpful. Yeah, don't forget to follow and subscribe. Let me know if you want me to do more of these videos, more, I can share some more information and stuff like that. And yeah, check out DustyOrgan.com. There's lots of new stuff coming, all these extra channels, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, lots of places to hang out with yours truly. Don't forget as well, you can subscribe to my Patreon and buy me a coffee, and there's a whole bunch of cool exclusive benefits and perks if you go check out the links down below in the description. And yeah, it means a lot. The support of you guys means a lot to me, so thank you. Very good goodbye, so goodbye.